instructions. Over. Group 2, returning. Group 2, returning to ship.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Mickey Mouse has grown up the cow. Now the
5, taking fire.
Group
4, ready. Group 2, returning.
See the mice in their million hordes. From Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Look, Britannia is out of bounds.
Group 6, we're under attack.
But the film is a saddening ball.
Group 6, engaging enemy. Group 5, waiting instructions. Group 6, returning to ship. Group 6, returning. Group 5, engaging enemy. Group 5, returning to ship. Group 5, returning. Autopilot mode disabled. Group 3, ready. Group 4, maintaining present course. Group 5, returning to ship. Group 5, returning. Group 6, returning. Group 3, airborne. Group 2, ready. Group 2, airborne. Group 3, target destroyed. Group 3, awaiting instructions.
The enemy is about to win.
Group 2, engaging enemy. Group 2, taking
Extraction stations.
Group 5, ready. Group 4, ready. Group 2, ready for takeoff. Group 3, ready. Group 4, airborne. It's a go. Group 5, maintaining present course. Group 2, maintaining present course. Group 3, airborne. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 4, we're under attack. Group 5, awaiting instructions. Group 5, we're under attack. Group 3, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 4, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 2, awaiting instructions. Target destroyed. Group 2, taking fire. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 2, target destroyed. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Losing target. Group 2, taking fire. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 4, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 3, approaching target. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Standing by for instructions. Over. Group 3, taking fire. Group 5, awaiting instructions. Under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run,
Autopilot mode enabled.
Group 2, returning to ship. Group 2, returning. Group 3, returning. We'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into standing by for instructions. Tremble like a flower. Putting the position of a strategic target. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Group 2, ready for takeoff. The serious moonlight.
taking fire. Group 5, we're under attack. Group 4, approaching target. Group 5,
All stations,
engaging
provide
enemy.
fire support.
Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 4, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 5, awaiting instructions. Group
Sorry, I have to
Group
refuse.
4, returning. Group 5, returning to ship. Group 3, maintain.
I catch a paper boy, but things don't really change. I'm standing in the wind, but I never wave bye-bye. But I try. There's no sign of life, it's just the power to charm. I'm lying in the rain, but I never wave bye-bye. But I try.
Group 3, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 5, ready for takeoff. Group 2, we're under attack. Group 4, ready for takeoff.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 5, airborne. Group 2, taking fire. Standing by for instructions. Over. Group 3, we're under attack. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 5, awaiting instructions. Group 2, awaiting instructions.
Waypoint reached.
Group 3, target destroyed. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 3, awaiting instructions.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Group 4, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 4, taking fire. Group 5, we're under attack. Group 4, approaching target. Group 4, returning to ship. Group 5, approaching target. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 5, returning. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 4, returning to ship. Group 5, returning.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Group 2, approaching target. Group 3, instructions. Group 2, ready for takeoff. Group 5, airborne. Group 4, we're under attack. Group 2, maintaining present course.
Our team has taken the lead.
Group 2, awaiting instructions.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Group 5, we're under attack. Group 4, approaching target. Group 5, approaching target. Group 4, returning. Group 5, returning.
The ship is on fire!
Group 5, taking fire. Group 5,
Problem solved, sir!
Group 3, we're under attack. Group 3, target destroyed. Group 3, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 2, we're under attack. Group 2, target destroyed. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 2, destroyed. Group 3, we're under attack. Group 4, ready for takeoff. Group 4, maintaining present course. Group 5, ready for takeoff. Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 3, destroyed. Group 4, taking fire. Group 5, maintaining present course. Group 4, approaching target. Group 4, returning. Group 5, we're under attack. Group 4, returning to ship.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Our victory is in sight.
Group 2, ready for takeoff. Group 2, maintaining present course. Group 5, approaching target. Group 5, returning to ship. Group 3, ready for takeoff. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 5, returning to ship. Group 3, airborne. Group 4, ready for takeoff. Group 5, destroyed. Group 3, we're under attack. Group 4, airborne.
I feel tragic like I'm
Arab Tov Chabrim, I'm Stephen Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. Russia's not playing around, getting ready. We were really beginning to suspect that Russia would not be willing to defend Syria in the event of a U.S.-led coalition invasion inside the country. But the latest word coming out is that Russia has joined forces with Iran, saying that they would take on the United States if they do this again, if they try to do any kind of attack whatsoever. Surprising as that may be, we're seeing even the evidence of that already on the ground. Another shocker that we're going to share with you in our broadcast tonight is that President Xi of China and the United States, along with Japan, look like they have joined forces together to take down North Korea's Kim Jong-un, and that may be by force, with 150,000 troops moved up onto the northern border of North Korea. United States and South Korea there getting ready to do an attack there, and Japan and the United States working together to do a invasion on the coastlines of North Korea there. These are events that are about to transpire, and what's going to shock you even more, every bit of this is biblical, every bit of this has been prophesied, and it looks like Donald Trump is the very man that's going to carry that all out. I'm Stephen Benoon. Let's get right into the message here today on Israeli News Live about these types of events that we're speaking about here now. Topwar.ru, the Russian language online news source here, speaking about that the Russians have moved in some very special new anti-missile weapon system there after the failure of the S-300 and the S-400 systems, or the C-400 troop system there. And as a result, they have moved in the Buk M3. The Buk M3 is a brand new missile defense system that Russia has developed there. Much smaller, much more lighter, very agile and easy to move around, and very, of course, very mobile, you might say there. That system there, according to Sputnik News, that was developed and came out last year in 2016, says it's called the Aircraft Killer, new Russian Buk M3 SAM system to enter service soon. Well, it is now inside of Syria, which lets us know that Russia is taking very serious any other provocations by President Trump on the Syrian government there. Looks like he is going to stand by his man there, President Bashar al-Assad. And again, I really kind of hold to the fact that I do not believe that President Bashar al-Assad is guilty of any chemical weapons upon his own people, although it is appearing more and more that what happened was the weapons storage facility that they were targeting there inside of Syria, that the Syrian government did hit, contained chemical weapons that were being stored by the Syrian rebels. We got some new information about that. Going to share that with you here in just a moment there. And again, as we've stated all along there, Bashar al-Assad has certainly been targeted by the entire world. Even that we see as well of
General quarters.
As I did a news broadcast
Autopilot
on
mode
Erdogan
enabled.
back in September, and on this news broadcast right here, we titled it, Erdogan Betrays Putin to Stage Coup to Invade Syria. I did this video here on September the 7th of
Group
2016.
5, ready for takeoff.
We've stated it many other times since that time
Group 6,
that
ready
Erdogan
for
has been
takeoff.
playing Russia
Group
all
7,
along, and that
ready.
President Putin shouldn't even
Group 2,
trust him so
ready for
far as he
takeoff.
could throw the
Group
man.
3, ready for
And we have
takeoff.
seen that
Group
this is
5,
really carrying
airborne.
out. As I stated before, he's using the opportunity to get troops, get tanks, all the military equipment into the northern part of Syria, so that when NATO was ready to do the invasion on Syria, that the Turkish military would already be in place as he fakes the coup to get in the good graces of President Putin there. Well, it worked, and of course his colors were
Waypoint
shown when
reached.
President Trump lobbed in the 59 Tomahawk missiles, 23 of those which hit their target inside of Syria, there in home Syria. But of course, President Erdogan was sounding the cheerleading squad off there in Turkey, letting President Trump know that he did a great job, but he should have
Group
done
5,
more.
we're
Well,
under
President
attack.
Trump is planning
Group
on
2,
more. Remember,
maintaining
Ms.
present
Haley,
course.
for the United States ambassador to the United Nations, also stated that the United
Group
States
5,
is prepared to
approaching
do
target.
even more.
Group
Of course,
5,
we did back
returning
down just
to
a little
ship.
bit, saying,
Group
they
3,
hope they do not
maintaining
have to.
present
And of course,
course.
Boris Johnson, the foreign ministry for England, also
5,
speaking
returning
about
to ship.
standing with President Trump. He has canceled
Concentrate
his meeting
fire
with
on the
President
enemy
Putin
warship.
inside of,
Maintaining
Russia,
present
of the
course.
Kremlin there.
Group
and of
5,
course,
returning
Rex
to ship.
Tillerson, as of yet, has not canceled his own meeting, but Putin is not
Waypoint
saying that he
reached.
will actually meet with him. He is supposed to meet with
Group 6,
Foreign Minister
maintaining present
Sergei
course.
Lavrov. Will be discussing the situation inside of Syria. But I'm sure that President Putin is a little bit disturbed about the actions and, of course, the indirect
Group
threat
7,
that was made
airborne.
by Secretary of State Rex Tillerson to Russia, saying that they should rethink, consider their
awaiting
relationship
instructions.
with
Group
President
3,
Bashar
awaiting
al-Assad.
instructions.
Really demonized him.
Group
We've
4,
covered this
standing by for instructions.
extensively on
Over.
Israeli News Live about President Bashar al-Assad, who's been demonized. We have had so
We're
many
under attack.
third-party groups going in, peace activists that have gone into Syria that have interviewed both sides, including President Bashar al-Assad, including the Free Syrian Army, and
Group
even
6,
other
taking
fighting
fire.
factions inside the nation,
Group 3,
only to come
standing by
back
for
and say that it
instructions.
is
Over.
clearly nothing but a Western propaganda to demonize President
Group 2,
Bashar al-Assad.
awaiting
people for no good
instructions.
time.
Group 4, standing by for
Can't help but
instructions.
remember, and I've said it over and over and over, General Wesley Clark and how he had gotten
Standing by
intel,
for
great
instructions.
amounts of
Over.
intel
Group 7,
about
taking fire.
awaiting
instructions.
in
Group
5
2,
years.
taking
They did do it in
fire.
5
Group
years, but
6,
they definitely
engaging
are on
enemy.
course to take
Group
out those
6,
7 nations,
returning
with
to
that
ship.
being the
Group
last
6,
one on the
awaiting
list.
instructions.
Looks like North Korea is going to be a challenge. Let's back up just for a moment, though. I want to take you to Ray
returning to ship.
McGovern and
Group
what he had to
7,
say in an
returning to
interview
ship.
here. A very interesting interview. I think it'll be a blessing to you about Syria and his own intelligence information that he has from military
Waypoint
threats on the
reached.
ground in Syria, and
ready.
whether or not
Autopilot
President
mode
Bashar
disabled.
al-Assad was guilty of gassing his own people. Listen to this.
Okay, Ray, what have you heard about this latest attack that caused Donald Trump to launch missiles? Have you heard anything from operations people who are on the
Autopilot mode enabled.
We have. Now, I must tell you that we have about 15 active members of VIPS. Some of them are incredibly well plugged in.
Hang in there. Help is on the way.
Scene. A day and a half ago, the attack on that.
Group 3, awaiting instructions. Group 7, returning. Group 5, airborne. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 4, awaiting instructions.
Syrian aircraft. Rather, it was a targeted.
Group 6, ready for takeoff.
And it was suspected to be, steep
Group 3, standing by for instructions. Over.
full of all kinds of chemicals.
You're with from people on the ground.
That's correct.
Okay,
The people in the military. Now, the question is, even though people at the, let's say, lieutenant captain below them, and let's say they have the courage to
Group 6, maintaining present course.
that other people who fancy themselves as mad dogs, as the Secretary of Defense mad dog matches.
Group 7, ready for takeoff. Group 2, standing by for instructions. Over.
So whether they're going to the president or not, I can't say. All I can say is that everyone
Group
that
7, airborne.
used all the
Group
time
5, standing by for instructions. Over.
do. And we are, through other channels, assured
Group 2, standing by for instructions.
that
Over.
the CIA played it straight.
Group 5, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 6, standing by for instructions. Over. Group 6, we're under attack. Group 6, awaiting instructions.
That's the word. Flashback into really
Group 6, approaching target. Group 6, returning to ship.
intelligence
Group
that,
6, returning.
Ray
Group 7,
McGovern,
taking fire.
He had gotten from
Group
military
7,
sources,
standing by for
military sources
instructions.
that are aware of the actions on the ground. That the chemical weapons
Group
that
5,
are there
we're
inside
under
of
attack.
rebel-held,
Group 6, destroyed.
armed depot,
Group
cache
7,
of weapons
engaging
that they have
enemy.
there. As he
Group
stated,
7,
the Syrians
returning
did
to
not
ship.
know.
Group 7,
And
returning to
he
ship.
said the
Group
CIA
7,
actually
destroyed.
played their
Group
part
5,
in getting that
engaging
intel
enemy.
back
Group
to the
5, destroyed.
White House. But whoever it was that persuaded the president to make the attack regardless, with this intel, if this
All
really
stations,
is
provide fire
factual
support.
information, and it does seem to be so, clearly we have seen
Hang in
evidence
there.
of
Help
a
is on the way.
buildup of troops and making ready for an invasion of Syria, all the way back to President Barack Hussein Obama, who authorized the Desert Camo military equipment to be sent to Germany, Germany to Poland, Poland to Romania, and of course Romania, they were only waiting to be loaded onto the ships sent down into Lebanon and also into Jordan, the Gulf of Aqaba. We quoted you directly from already happened, the news source there, online news source, the investigative journalist Lorenzo. And that information, along with the fact yesterday we reported how that the U.S. generals were meeting with the refugees of victims to be able to bring in military equipment as aid, as they called it, for the military government because of the Syrian conflict. And of course, the U.S. and UK military and the Jordanian military already crossing over into the Syrian war on the southern eastern side of Syria, closer to the Iraqi border there, knowing that within 50 miles they have the Iranian army there.
Engaging enemy.
Preparing for the takeover of Damascus.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Assad is still holding a stronghold there, and that these forces, the United States leading the way, are planning to now. Not only do we have Rex McGovern, we have so many other voices that are out there, the white helmets, etc. I actually have a video, and I don't think I have it available right now. I'll look and see if I can do it real quick about this. Remember we shared with you the white helmets and what they were doing. As far as they were decontaminating these supposed sarin gas victims, but what was very interesting was
All
in
stations,
the process,
concentrate fire on the target.
Group 6
they
airborne.
didn't use any type of protective gear when only one drop of sarin gas could easily kill a grown man. So that was all suspect to begin with.
Group
now,
5
Partisan Girls,
taking
she
fire.
actually uploaded a video. It's very interesting, and I don't think that they allowed it to stay up. We'll just see if they did. It's this one right here. This was interesting here. This was a kidnapped journalist, John Cantel. And now John, he is captured by ISIS. He is being used to make propaganda videos. But when you go about halfway into this video, what's interesting is that a little bit better than halfway, watch, I'll have to blow it up on your screen for you here. Let's see. Don't lose this video here either. Let me just keep blowing up the
Waypoint
screen
reached.
so get larger.
Autopilot mode disabled.
The
Autopilot
white
mode
helmets
enabled.
You're going to see in the background.
Group 5
all
ready.
around him, in fact, and what's concerning to me is that these white helmets
Group 6 taking fire. Group
appear
5
to be
maintaining present course.
part of the propaganda video. Okay, so let's just watch right here as he's being pretty much scorched.
Group 6
You
returning.
can already
Group
see the
6
white
returning
helmets
to
in the
ship.
background. There's one right here. All right, now just keep watching here for a
returning.
moment.
Group 5 taking fire.
And by the way, Twitter will not allow this video to be retweeted. Back in here, you can also, they're going to kind of come into focus in a moment there, but there are more white helmets here, all here. Now, there they are there. There's some more right here. All these are white helmets here, and they're
Group 5
operating
engaging enemy.
with ISIS.
Group
And if you
5
really begin to
returning
watch
to
the
ship.
video, you'll see that these guys here are
Group
watching
5
him very
returning.
carefully. Very carefully. So, again, it is very obvious that ISIS is working. Look how close they watch this guy. You know, almost as if he is their prisoner. They're staying very close on top of him. And yet, this is supposed to be the Syrian white helmets that do all the rescuing of all the people that are being bombed.
Group 5
It is called,
returning.
now, see, well, here was interesting. Now they supposedly the Assad government is attacked and they're there for rescuing, but they're not doing anything. But they are working with that. Partisan Girl, I want to just really congratulate her. She does a tremendous amount of work for uncovering all the evils that go on there inside of Syria. Also, Vanessa Beeley, another investigator inside of Syria, has also been there and is weighing in, saying that President Biden is not chemically gas his people. Very good information that she's sharing on this. Moving right along, though, let's go into some other issues here.
Torpedoes,
The
dead
US is
ahead.
really unwilling
Torpedoes to
cooperate on
starboard.
Syria and consider other interests, is what the Kremlin is stating here on This is something I wanted to bring you back to. Remember how Russia, Russia Beyond the Headlines is the name of the article here. But,
Autopilot
there
mode
has been
disabled.
alleged Chinese missile deployment near Russia.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Yes, according to experts. That's what the guys were saying about the Chinese moving.
The enemy is about to win.
41 nuclear-capable ballistic missiles near the China-Russia border. Now, Russia was stating that this was no threat to their sovereignty whatsoever, and they weren't worried about it. But I have a different suspect on this whole issue now about the Dongfeng 41 nuclear-capable missile that was moved up there to the northeast part of
Autopilot mode
China
disabled.
there, and what
Autopilot
its
mode
real purpose
enabled.
and intent
Autopilot
is.
mode
And this is what's
disabled.
gonna really blow your minds out of the water. Remember when President Trump struck Syria with Russia
Torpedoes,
sending
dead ahead.
Russian forces to base,
Torpedoes, direct front.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Before the actual missile attack struck, but the fact that Russia was still there in the vicinity, and there was a risk of loss of life for the Russians as well. But while this was going on, while the strike was given the green to go ahead, the presidency of China was with President Donald Trump. Now, some say that it was necessary, but you remember what Rex Tillerson said? He said, North Korea poses a threat, and they seem to be more on board with us. I think that China
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Group 5, maintaining present course.
Kim Jong-un hasn't put himself in that predicament already.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Autopilot
Autopilot mode disabled.
Great fan of Russia that Russia thought they were as well. I bring this out because of this article right here on mint.tc.net. It's a Japanese article, and this has already came out in the English language as well, by the way, but I just didn't have a chance to report it before it started popping up everywhere there. But at any rate there, 150,000 troops, Chinese troops, have been mobilized, and they were gathered at the Yalu River area in China. All right, now the Yalu River, just to kind of give you an idea where that's at, that's the Yalu River is right here. Where you see that dot at, that's where the Chinese government, well, actually the Chinese government is more up here in the middle section of North Korea there. But the Chinese government also has a base, actually they have a base up in this area here. But I don't know if this is where the troops are gathering or not because it's closer to Pyongyang. But China has moved a massive amount of force there. And also those nuclear warheads were moved up into that region there. I originally thought this was going to be aimed at the United States because it just gives them a little bit closer range there to target the United States from there. But now it's looking like just the opposite. The United States is building up its own military presence here with Seoul and South Korea. Japan also getting ready to launch that invasion from the east here, coming in on North Korea. The U.S. will work with them. The U.S. also sending in the strike carrier force there as well to strike North Korea. China working with the United States to take down North Korea. Guys, we have to really back up and re-look at Daniel 11, the prophecy there, in light of what's happening. And I'm going to share that with you. Remember, though, like I said, President Xi Jinping was right here, waves to the press as he walks with the U.S. President Donald Trump at the Mar-a-Lago estate in West Palm Beach, Florida on April the 7th, 2017, when the order was given to take out those warplanes, Assad's warplanes inside of Syria. Well, what's going on then? What kind of relationship has President Xi got with President Trump? It's like Russia's relationship with China may not be as strong as we thought. Now, I'm only saying this as a conjecture. Can't rule it out completely that China won't end up siding with Russia later and end up turning on the United States. That's still a very good possibility, but we got to take some other things into consideration. Also, Tillerson, even China sees what a threat North Korea is to our interests. So it looks like that China was thinking this, months ago. We reported it. We reported that the DEFCON 41 was being moved into position by China, but we thought this was all over the United States. I noted, though, it was close to North Korea, but I didn't think North Korea had anything to do with it, because why? North Korea and China are actually allies. But that looks like all of that is changing. Let's jump over here to Daniel chapter 11, though, and take a look at some of the prophecies here, and maybe we can get an idea of what's going on from a biblical standpoint. Verse 38, but in his place shall he honor the God of strongholds, and a God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and costly things. And he shall deal with the strong fortress with the help of a foreign God. By the way, that happens to be the British Empire working with the Vatican. Whom shall he acknowledge, shall increase glory, and he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for a price. That land, by the way, was the Middle East after World War I. Remember, the British Empire, with a very close covenant with Rome, began to take over this land after they toppled the Ottoman Empire, and they divided that land up. And Israel really faced a backlash from Great Britain.
Battle starts.
Well, as Great Britain made a promise to give all this land in 1920 for a Jewish homeland, including everything west of the Jordan River and east of the Jordan River, including the modern-day country of Jordan. But it didn't take but 2 years before they changed their mind, and as the Bible says, for a price they divide up the land. And yes, they give Abdullah II, King Hussein's son, the land of Jordan as a prize for helping them to defeat the Ottoman Empire. So that land has been being divided up for a price. And then, of course, didn't go much longer than that. In 1947, Resolution 181 was dividing up the land again. Yet it was supposed to be a Jewish homeland. I guess that was just all a pretext. It really wasn't a Jewish homeland. It was a Rothschild invention, no doubt, in order to take over all the Middle East. But you have to understand, what they were not expecting was that the Jewish people would actually get to that homeland and begin to build a nation. They did still have their puppets inside the government that they made sure got in power there and continue to get in power, such as Shimon Peres and others as well, that have been able to manipulate the government there of Israel into doing a lot of dirty work.
We're under attack.
Including that of working with President Bashar al-Assad there in Syria. But they continue to be divided up. Remember, during the Holocaust, no Jews were allowed to migrate to the land that was promised to them. Instead, they tried to let Hitler kill off as many of the religious Jews as they possibly could, and secular Jews as well. But after the war, they finally made it home and began to build their nation. That's why I am for a Zionism where the Jews that are coming home to see their Messiah, to recognize who their Messiah is. I am for that. I am not for a Zionist, political Zionism of the Rothschilds. Totally against that. Of the Greater Israeli Project. I am completely against this type of ideology altogether. But biblically, we can see what goes on. And so they would divide the land for gain. Remember, the British mandate was for Israel, the French mandate was the Syrian Empire, and all these empires have been divided up, the lines redrawn, all by the British Empire to begin making allies that helped them to conquer this land. Now, we move on, and of course I guess we see that Bashar al-Assad is not being the good boy that they expect him to be, so therefore they're overthrowing him and taking him out of power. You know, it's kind of interesting, they say that he gassed his own people, but you know what's interesting? Bashar al-Assad outlawed GMO food being allowed to come to his country because he cared about the health of his people and did not want their DNA affected by GMO food. That's interesting, isn't it? Man does everything that's totally against the New World Order. Maybe this is why they really want him out of power. Moving down to verse 40, in the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots, with horsemen, with many ships, and he shall enter in the countries and overthrow as he passes through. Now, some people try to say that this is Russia. But it's clearly, definitely not Russia. Russia only came down to one country, Syria. But the United States, who happens to be the military arm for NATO, for the Vatican itself, who runs the United Nations and NATO as well, they have actually overthrown all of these countries. As it was said by General Wesley Clark, the United States.
We're under attack. Ready for takeoff.
Remember that? Iraq, Iran.
The ship is on fire.
With his horsemen, and he shall enter into the countries. That's a very important word right there. It says, and he shall enter into the countries.
Group 6, maintaining present course. Group 7, we're under attack. Returning. Group 5, ready. Group 7, returning to ship. Group 7, returning to ship. Under attack. Group 5, maintaining present course.
Problem solved, sir.
Children of Ammon. Well, Moab and Ammon right there happen to be the Jordanians, and of course you're dealing with the Palestinians. Wow, didn't know that one, did you?
The ship is on fire.
Group 5, taking fire. Group 5, engaging enemy. Group 5, destroyed.
All right, so he's not going to let Egypt.
Group 6, approaching target.
Egypt, and the Libyans and Ethiopians shall be at his steps.